To the Digital's HubSpot training for sales reps. Just some quick housekeeping items. First thing, please keep your cameras and mics on mute, but feel free to jump in with a question. Watch the chat. Cheyenne will be answering questions in the chat or posing them to the group, so don't be shy. Ask questions, bombs away. And then we're going to be going over the slide deck and sending out the video recording. So if you provided your email when you registered, great, you're going to get that follow-up. If not, please contact Cheyenne. That's SHYANNA at thedigital.com, and that's two E's. All right, so what's on the agenda today? We're going to do an agency introduction. We're going to cover what is HubSpot, what are the benefits for sales reps that are using HubSpot. We're going to talk about the prospecting tool, how to add contacts, companies, how to register leads. We're going to go over the task management tool. We're going to talk about sales emails, how to book meetings, how to monitor lead activity, how to create deals, and then we're going to list some resources as well. Okay. So first and foremost, we are The Digital. We are a full-service marketing agency. We've been in business since 2004, so in April of this year, we're going to be celebrating our 21st year in business. We're also Google and HubSpot partners. We are known as the lead generation experts. We're also the highest rated Google agency in Raleigh, North Carolina. And I am your presenter today. My name is Greyson Fesperman. I've been with the company almost 5 years. I am their CRM enthusiast as well as their sales manager. I've listed all my direct contact information, so feel free to reach out if you have any follow-up questions or want an opinion on all things HubSpot. I'm more than happy to help you. So I'll send out my contact information along with the slide deck. Okay, let's jump into it. What is HubSpot? HubSpot is a very robust CRM tool. CRM stands for Customer Relationship Management. So this is a tool created for your business to help you organize all of the contacts. So think about how many times someone calls your business, submits a contact form, or emails you. It takes all of that data and stores it in one place. And thus, it really allows you and your business to provide better customer service, whether that be follow-ups. It's also a place where we can provide online lead generation, so that way we can track those leads and accelerate sales. It's also a sales tool. For sales reps that are using the tool, you can schedule meetings, which also connect to your email provider, so you can work in one place instead of having to have so many tabs. We can create deals and tasks as follow-ups. So once you create a deal and you're excited about it, this tool is going to automatically create a workflow for you that makes sure that you stay on top of all of those deals that we're creating from the leads. It just really takes the guesswork out of how your day should be prioritized and what leads and what contacts and companies you should be following up with. It's also a marketing tool, extremely robust. You're able to send email newsletters, send drip campaigns, and even connect with live customers through your website. Also is a huge analytics tool on the marketing side of things, really allows us to look at live data. It's also a full content management system, which is also you'll see as CMS. So you can actually create landing pages from HubSpot or even a fully functional website builder as well. HubSpot is also a customer service and support tool. You can create and manage support tickets within this tool, thus again providing high-end customer service, making sure no issues slip through the cracks. What are the benefits of HubSpot, especially for sales reps? HubSpot offers an astronomical amount of benefits that's really specifically tailored to sales reps. It really helps streamline your workflow. So again, taking the guesswork out of where you should start your day, and also helps you close more deals effectively. So first thing to point out there is the automated lead tracking. HubSpot CRM automatically tracks every single interaction with leads and prospects. Thus, it's giving sales reps a clear picture of where each prospect is at in the sales funnel. So each business is a little different. So depending upon how many steps you have from when a prospect engages or submits a contact form or gives you a call, through the follow-up meetings, getting them to either a sale or a proposal, and then onboarding that client. This tool will track every single communication point, whether it's a phone call, email, and then you're able to look at emails and see how many times they've opened it or if they've clicked on any links within your emails. So email tracking and creating templates for those emails really speeds up the sales and your workflow day. So if you have a general email that you send to every new prospect in your business, you can create a template in HubSpot. So each time that lead comes in, go to your template and it automatically puts that prospect into a workflow. We're going to jump into more creating email templates and things like that later, but as a sales rep, anything that we can automate to create more time that focuses on grabbing new business instead of more of the data entry behind the day-to-day, that's what this tool is going to increase. More benefits for sales reps, task management. It really and easily creates a workflow for you to be able to stay on top of communication for each and every lead or prospect. So you have an entire pipeline set up and you have different prospects and leads that are at different parts of your sales funnel. Maybe you just started a conversation with this one. Maybe you're doing an estimate with one. Maybe you're doing a proposal review. Either way, this task management tool allows you to prioritize your task for the day. Therefore, again, taking the guesswork out and allowing you to project manage your day. So being able to block off specific times where you can dedicate to new outreach or doing follow-ups or having calls and meetings, it really allows you not to miss any deadlines. Along with pipeline management. We'll go over the pipeline management tool, but it's just a great visual to where not only you, but other members of your sales team and even management can have a clear graph and picture on what you're working on currently, what's being introduced in the pipeline, and also maybe something that's been sitting in the pipeline for a while. We'll go over that in more detail, but it's a great tool that allows you, as well as your team and management, to help you move deals forward. It's also a meeting scheduler. You can connect your calendars to your email provider and it will integrate with HubSpot. So if you are booking a meeting, you can work all in one place instead of having to open up a different tab, and it will automatically pop up on your Outlook calendar or your Gmail calendar. It's also a sales automation tool. So if we want to create a workflow for new leads coming in, we know that there's a certain sales or sales funnel that we like them to go through. So creating and automating steps that pushes each and every lead through the pipeline on an automated basis. Insights and reporting. HubSpot's reporting tools are bar to none. So it provides real-time analytics. So if I'm doing an email blast for pest control companies and I have over 500 pest control companies in my HubSpot CRM, what I'm able to do is send out that case study and I can actually see in real time who is opening that. Are they clicking the links? Are my call to actions moving that prospect to booking a meeting? And it's really a good opportunity to identify opportunities on where we can improve the sales approach. If an email or a phone call or a voicemail is not generating any type of connection point, then it really allows us to look inward and change what we're doing. Also, HubSpot's mobile app is phenomenal. If you're someone that goes to networking events and you're grabbing business cards, you're able to scan that business card and it goes right into your CRM and creates a task for you to follow up. Also, A lot of the times being in sales, I'm out and about at meetings. So if I'm wondering if my prospect has opened the proposal I sent over, I'm able to look at that real-time engagement as well. And everything I can do within the CRM from my computer, I can do on the mobile app as well. Okay, so let's jump into the prospecting tool. So the prospecting tool is a fairly new feature of HubSpot, and what they wanted to do is create a one-stop shop for everyone in sales. It's a very robust dashboard, and it's broken up into different pieces. And so I'm going to share my Okay, awesome. So this is the prospecting dashboard. This is going to really allow us to check out our day in real time, and HubSpot prioritizes what our tasks should be if we have tasks that are overdue or what we have on the pipeline today. It also really gives you a progress tracker. So as my day is progressing, it will count how many emails, calls, LinkedIn connections, and this is a really good tool from a management point of view as well. It really gives you a bird's eye view of what's happening in real time. And then when I scroll down, it's going to have suggested activities. So this platform is continually to update to really streamline things for your sales reps. So it'll tell me how many new contacts that have been assigned to me. So again, when people are submitting contact forms on your website, we can hook that contact form up to HubSpot. So all of those incoming leads are all coming in one place. And instead of manually distributing those leads, HubSpot will assign those leads. And you as a sales manager, if you have more than one salesperson on your team, they have a round robin to where it will equally distribute leads based upon how many sales seats you have in the CRM. So it'll let me know with my suggested activities how many people have replied to my emails in the last 14 days, what my meeting outcomes are. 5 meetings in the last 7 days are missing an outcome. Okay, I need to go in there, put my notes in, and calls need an outcome. So it really just takes, all of my activity and lets me know where the holes in some of my activity may be. Over here on the left, you're going to see a calendar tool. So this lets me know what my schedule is for the day and where I have certain time blocks. And let's say I answer the phone and it's an incoming lead. What I can do is schedule a meeting right from here, and therefore it creates an activity and it creates a contact and a company. Again, you can do it all in one place, really eliminating a lot of that data entry. You scroll down, we see the leads board. So on this dashboard, we have task, we have the calendar, we have suggested activities, and now we have leads. So it tells me that I have 6 new leads that I need to reach out to. I have 8 connected leads. So these are leads that I've connected with, we've had a conversation. And then engaged leads are leads that are registered within HubSpot that have responded to a phone call, a text, or an email. So again, it really takes each and every part of your sales funnel, puts it in a nice dashboard. That way you can look at all of the activity in one place. And you can even go through the summary. You can just go on the leads section. You can just click on the scheduling feature. And then over here is going to be the live feed. And you can actually filter by different activities. So who opened the emails? How many email clicks? How many emails did I send? Form submissions, meetings. You can really get very granular. That way, as a salesperson, you're not seeing all the things that you need to do. You can focus on one task at a time. But again, the whole goal here is to really enhance your lead share. Okay. Now let's go back to the presentation. Okay, so I know I just went over a few of these, but do note we have siloed these out in the presentation. Okay, so let's go over adding contacts. adding contacts in HubSpot is extremely easy to do. If you have a business card, you can scan it with your HubSpot app and not have to worry about all of the data entry. It scans all of their information and beautifully adds it to your CRM. Or if you're taking an incoming call and you need to add someone, you can manually do that as well. So I am going to, let's see here. Okay, so this is just the dashboard of our HubSpot. If you would like to create a contact or a company, which I always think it's better to start with the contact, because if you start with the contact and the company contact will automatically update as soon as that contact is created. So for example, my email is greyson@thedigital.com, and if I was adding my contact information in there, it would automatically create a company record because of my @thedigital.com. So again, if you create the company record first, you're kind of adding more work to your plate, because then you will have to go in and manually add who is a part of that company. So if you want to create a contact, it's HubSpot's orangest button on their screen. You're just going to go to create a contact. And then you have to have an email, a first name, and a last name. So I'll do Greyson@thedigital.com. And you can see once I enter in that email, all of the rest of these filters open. So it allows me to do a company name. I can tag them by an industry. I can talk about what services they're interested in. If this is a self-generated lead, I put in their contact phone number, and then I hit create. Now, if I have a bunch of contacts to create, I can hit create and add another. So again, creating contacts and company contacts is fairly easy with HubSpot. Okay, let's go over lifecycle stages. So this is an area in HubSpot where you can start to categorize contacts and companies. You know, having a CRM filled with just everyone's contacts and not really having them organized. So if you run an HVAC company and you have customers that bought air conditioning systems from you, you want to be able to tag your prospects or your customers that have purchased your products. You also want to be able to do the same with leads. So what HubSpot does is it's broken up the leads in the life cycle stages into 6 categories. So the first one is new, an unqualified contact or company that's relatively unknown to your organization. So we would mark that as new within HubSpot. An unqualified company means that, maybe it's not your ideal customer, or maybe the budget doesn't really align with the services that you provide. Or this could be something unknown yet, so it's just a new lead. Either way, we have to touch base with that contact in order to move them forward. So if a company is a new lead, it could be unqualified or someone that's just unknown to your organization. A qualified lead is a contact or company that your sales or marketing team has qualified that is ready for sales outreach. So this is someone that has come in from a contact form, or this is someone that you outreached or sent an email blast to that responded back to you. That is a qualified lead. An opportunity is when you assign that contact or that lead to a deal. And then a customer is when we've closed that deal, we've rang that bell, and we're doing our onboarding. Now, not every customer or not every lead or prospect that makes it to the customer level needs to be marked as new. Evangelist is a really cool role that they do, and this is someone that is an advocate for your business or your organization. So, maybe you regularly meet someone at a networking event and they just love to talk about how wonderful your business is and all of these things. We want to have all types of positive people speaking about your business on different platforms. So, maybe if I'm ever doing a conference or I'm running a training event, I'm going to reach out to my evangelist customers that love to promote our business. Evangelists can also be customers. So just know that it doesn't have to be only a customer to be an evangelist. This is anyone that is an advocate for your business. And then other is if that contact or company doesn't fit any of the above stages. Leads in HubSpot. So what are leads? Leads are when a contact or a company is a good fit for your business. So they've either reached out to you, or you have plans on reaching out to you soon. In HubSpot, lead objects never replace a contact or a company. So whenever we are registering leads in HubSpot, it's important that we attach them to a contact. That lead is not the contact or the company. It is a byproduct of the contact. It means that they're a potential good fit for your business. So leads can be registered in all different ways, whether it's a hot lead, like we know this person's timeline, they want to make a decision soon, or maybe they're a warm lead and they are collecting pricing, or they're going to make a decision within the next few weeks or months. And then a cold lead is someone that's, window shopping or has a budget that opens up in 8 months. So either way, it allows you to categorize your leads and also keep up with those contacts associated with those leads. So the difference between contacts and leads is that every lead in your CRM is associated to a contact or company, but not every contact or company is associated with the lead. Because again, as your sales team or as you're having conversations with these leads, it's important to know that not everyone is going to be a good fit for your business, and that's okay. Or maybe we're just nurturing and we don't know the type of business we're going to get from this person. Maybe they just need to see a little bit more, reviews from our clients before they make that final decision. Either way, you'll have different nurturing options in HubSpot, but not every contact will have a deal associated with it. It's important to internally align on lead definition. In order to really effectively use HubSpot's prospecting tool, it's important that everyone on the team is aligned with what leads means to your business. So for us, leads are incoming calls. So anyone that goes to your website or your landing page or your social profile, it's a call, it's an incoming call, they're interested. A contact form submission on any platform, your website, social media, that's a lead. Email engagement is a lead. If you're getting a lot of opens and you're working with nonprofits or you're working with law firms and you're seeing that there's a lot of engagement from what you're sending them in the value-added emails or phone calls, that is a cold lead. There's someone that's engaging with you that needs your services, but you're trying to connect. Also, if you have a target buyer profile, so maybe you're someone that likes to target commercial corporate centers for your services, right? So, even though I have not connected with this business and I want to, they are my target buyer profile. So I can go ahead and mark that person as a lead because I want to get business. I want to have business with this person. And also be sure to only create leads in HubSpot when they're ready to be worked by sales. So if your internal marketing person is sending out newsletters and email campaigns and they see that they're getting a lot of engagement, that's going to be a sales qualified lead. That's the marketing going to the sales rep and saying, hey, this person, I think you should call them. They're opening a lot of our leads. They're engaging with us on our socials. Let's give them a call. Or maybe this person, eventually submits a contact form and it's from a page or landing page or a case study that they've opened. That's that marketing qualifying that sales ready lead. Okay, let's go over how to add leads. I'm going to share my screen here, but just know that we also included a video so you could reference that as well. Okay, I am going to go to... Let's do this one. Okay, So you're going to go to a contact, and over here to your right, you're going to see leads, deals, shared deals, tickets, etc. So it's very similar to adding a contact. You're going to go over here to add a lead, and you're going to create new lead. So for this one, you want to have the contact's last name, but I'm going to also include the company name, Infinity Metal Buildings. And then I'm also going to put a note beside it that says SEO agreement. So if this was something where, I've had a conversation with this person, she's interested in SEO, we've set up a follow-up meeting, so I want to go ahead and register that as a lead. So my lead pipeline, it's a new lead. And as you can see, the lead stages are different. So when you're going in and you're creating leads behind some of the deals and stuff that you've created, if you've already connected with them or qualified them, that's okay. Not every new lead needs to be marked as new. So make sure if it's a new lead, you're marking that. If you're attempting, mark that. The lead label, you can go hot, warm, cold. Therefore, again, when you mark those leads as either hot, warm, or cold, HubSpot's aggregated data on your prospecting dashboard is going to prioritize those leads. So all of your hot leads are going to appear first on your dashboard versus the cold leads. That way, again, when I'm in between my meetings and I'm ready to do outreach at my computer, I can already know who I need to prioritize my phone calls with. And then the lead owner, that's me, and then you'll hit create lead. Okay. I just went over this, but again, organizing your leads and the whole goal of make sure you're marking, where the communication process at, if they're hot, warm, or cold. You want to make sure you have that because, again, HubSpot is going to aggregate that and create your task calendar. That's going to help you prioritize your day, making your day more efficient. The lead information. So for the leads over here, I'm going to share my screen again. Sorry, having a little bit. Okay, having a little bit of problems there. But when you click on this lead, what it's going to do is when you open it on the right-hand side, so where we registered that lead, after you hit register, it's going to pop up as a lead. So when you click to that lead after you've already created it, it's going to look like this right here. It's going to have when the last activity date is around it and if there's a follow-up next activity date. So as a salesperson, if you have a bunch of registered leads in HubSpot, but you don't have a next follow-up date behind it, or you don't have any information behind it, this is a tool for you to know, hey, where to fill in your blanks. But most importantly, if you have a sales manager, when we do a leads review like we do on my team, we're going to go through and say, okay, this lead is still stuck in the new phase. How many times have we attempted to contact this lead? Where are we at with this lead? So keeping your leads updated and organized is important because it showcases what you're doing on the day-to-day basis, but also organizes that information for you as well. Okay, let's talk about communication stages. So we talked about lifecycle stages. So anytime you have a contact in HubSpot and all of the contact information is on the left side, you'll see the address fields. Okay, so the lifecycle stage is what we spoke about, and you'll see all of those different options there. And then over here is the lead status. So you'll see different options there. And as a business, you can customize each one of these fields to match your service offerings. For example, we work with HubSpot with a hot with a hot tub company. They have multiple locations. They use HubSpot as a support ticketing service tool and as a leads. But they work with customers, so not all of their customers are attached to a company. So they don't use the company's field in HubSpot. Everyone and all of their leads are attached to a contact. So just know you can personalize each one of these fields to fit your business and your needs. So going back to the communication stages. So a lead automatically moves to attempted when a sales rep has reached through to them through email, phone, or another channel. So when we're registering that lead in HubSpot and it's in new, that's when it's new. We need to connect with them. And if I haven't been able to do that, then that lead moves into attempted. And then a rep can qualify manually marking a lead as qualified. When this happens, the deal creation panel will automatically appear. So we go from attempted, then we go to connected, which means I was able to connect with them on the phone. I connected via email. We had a meeting. And then after that phone call, that meeting, that email, we realized that they're a good fit. So then they move to qualified. And then right when I hit qualified on that lead, it's going to pop up a dashboard for you to create a deal. And then also, if we've gotten through the process and we've connected with someone and they're not a good fit, maybe they don't have the budget, then that person moves into disqualified. Okay, creating tasks, one of my favorite things to do in HubSpot, is where you can really create the follow-up for your next appointment. So, these are step-by-step guidelines that you want to do when creating tasks. I just like to always, share a real-time example. So let me go over here to my task management tool. So when you go over here to this orange logo, that's where you're going to want to go. Okay. So let's see here. I'm going to go to this person. And let's just say that I'm working on, I've got this person in a proposal mode, right? And let's say I just called them, had a conversation with them, and now he says that he needs a few more days to think about it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is press this task button right here. And then I'm going to type in proposal follow-up. And then I'm going to pick the day in which I want to follow up. So today's Thursday. I'm going to definitely follow up with him by Monday. I want to follow up with him before the end of the day, so 4 o'clock works. I don't want a reminder, but you can set yourself a reminder if you need to. I personally calendar block my calendar to do follow-ups. And then the task, I can keep it as a call, an email. I can even, set myself a reminder to connect with this person on LinkedIn, or maybe it's a to-do. Maybe I just need to send them an estimate, or I need to do some type of a deliverable follow-up. I have all of these categorizations within my task management tool. So this is definitely going to be a phone call. And then I'm going to go to priority. So anyone that's in the last part of the sales funnel, they're going to be a high priority. And then the queue, I can create a queue, meaning that I can create a workflow that will queue this task every week, every 2 weeks. But being on top of sales for me personally, I like to create tasks day to day to make sure that I'm checking it off my list and that I'm making sure I'm following up with that person. And so I'm going to say needed a few more days to decide. And then I'm going to hit create. And then what that's going to do is it's going to create that task. I need to call him. It's a high priority. And then you see my notes from the phone call. So creating tasks, I really highly recommend everyone to be as detailed as possible, because it really isn't possible to remember every conversation you have with someone, which is why HubSpot is great, because any email you send, that tracks in HubSpot, so you can have yourself like a Rolodex of reminders. But just know, tasks are really great follow-ups and reminders. And then completing task. So going back to my example over here, you can create a bunch of tasks, but if you're not completing them, then your activity's not tracking in HubSpot. And so for me, if I'm looking at my team and I see a bunch of unchecked tasks, I look at that from a few perspectives. Okay, are we not, working our daily planner? Are we not, getting to these even high, warm, or cold priorities? And also, those are leads that your business works so hard to get and to win, amongst a highly competitive environment. So it could be a follow-up question to say, hey, do we need to assign these leads to someone else, or kind of move that conversation forward? So working within your task manager is really important, and just making sure that you're going through and checking the status as you check them off. Okay, sending sales emails. One of my favorite features of HubSpot, just because of the data that we can get from it. So we can create templates within HubSpots. So let's say, I would like to tell all of the lawyers in Raleigh, North Carolina, what a great job we're doing for our client who has doubled their revenue this year, etc. So I want to create a sales template that is going to be geared to show the results that we've drove for this client. And I want to put it in a template in HubSpot, and I want to send it to 100 lawyers locally. Well, I can do that in HubSpot, and all I can do, and just to show you one example, I'm going to go here. I'm going to go to emails, create email, templates, and that's why it's the first one you see there. So let's see here. I'm going to do 3 must-haves for your law firm's website. And then I'm going to be able to send that, which I'm not going to send because he's not a lawyer. But when I send that, I am able to see in real time how many times they open an email. And so for this one, I'm not getting a lot of engagement. Okay, here's some with some engagement. So he's opened it 2 times and no clicks. So it just really allows you to see how effective the training is, and then also, what type of your sales emails are gaining connection and response. Also, HubSpot has an excellent email extension. So whether you use Outlook, Office 365, or Gmail, you can connect that HubSpot extension, and anytime you send an email from Gmail or your email provider, it automatically records in HubSpot. So you don't have to worry about going through your inbox looking for a previous conversation, and it also tracks either whether you send it from HubSpot or your email. You can also book meetings with prospects or leads on your calendar. So you can book them through your Gmail calendar or your Outlook, or you can book them directly through HubSpot. Okay, monitoring lead activity. The HubSpot Sales Chrome extension is really great. So that HubSpot extension is going to be the Sales Chrome extension, and it's the one that you connect to your inbox, but it also actively monitors the lead activity. So we've spoken about how robust this CRM tool is. It keeps getting more robust, which is so great. So you can really measure your marketing efforts. You can see when people open up proposals. You can see when people booked meetings. And then you can also configure, as well as not only hooking up your contact forms to your website, you can do a HubSpot tracking code on your website. So you can get notified when a lead returns to your website, or when prospects are visiting your website and they haven't converted. You can still track that because the HubSpot tracking code installed is on your website. Okay, what are deals? So now at this point, we've added contacts, we've added companies, we've gone over the prospecting dashboard, we've taken contacts to leads, and now leads are ready to buy. They're like, okay, what's the next step? I want to move forward. So this is where we now move the lead to a deal, and the deal is where we're going to create our pipeline. So this is where you're saying, okay, I have someone that's planning on signing for a new website in February, so I need to make sure that I create a deal and keep in touch with that lead all the way up until they become a customer. You can have multiple deals under multiple contacts or companies. We work with a lot of law offices. We work with a lot of nonprofits, and these businesses, have different projects. So whether we're doing a press release, or we're redesigning their site, or maybe they're wanting some help with their PPC or their Google Ads account, or maybe they want us to create landing pages. You can create different deals. We actually recommend it. That way we can really track each individual deal, what the revenue is for that project. And then at the end of the year, you can see how many deals you've had with one contact or one customer. And that really helps you set yourself up for corporate gift giving, or it even helps you track to say, okay, this, our nonprofits are spending X amount with our company. Maybe we should focus some of our marketing efforts to working with more nonprofits. So deals not only track, where you're at with bringing that person to the next stage, which is closing the deal, but it also helps you understand and forecast what your pipeline is going to look like. Okay, so let's create a little deal here. So I've actually already created one over here, so this will be a great one. So you just go over here. So again, anytime we're adding everything, which is why I love HubSpot, you're updating contact information on the left, and on the right is where we're adding business. So let's say, this prospect is interested in getting a new website, but now they're also interested in marketing. So I'm going to go to create a new deal. I'm going to type in what the deal is. So I'm going to say digital marketing. And then I'm going to say, where this is at. Maybe we're just having an introductory conversation. So we're still in the discovery phases of it. Maybe we've gotten past that and this prospect has told me, okay, my budget is X amount per month. So then that would go to, we agree on a budget. And then from there, contract presented means that we have moved that person from an estimate or a quote into a proposal. And then from there, we should move into contract signed, or, things happen, all types of bumps over the road, right? So maybe their project, they have to wait for funding, or maybe they don't get budget until Q2. So then I would put decision delayed. And then also there's the other side of the coin, maybe they decided last minute that, this is not the right timing for them, and that they're going to put it they're going to revisit it in next year of 2026, whatever that may be. That would be a closed loss. If it was me, I would mark that as closed loss. But I would always follow up with a little follow-up 6 months from now saying, hey, I know you were talking about budgets opening in Q2 or 2026. Just wanted to say hello. Timing is everything. So again, even if a deal is lost, and it could be all about timing, because that's really, a third of sales. There's no luck in sales. It's just good timing. So it's all about, making sure that you are staying connected and that you are being a valuable resource. I mean, there's so many times where, we weren't a good fit for a business, and then a year later, they're so excited to work with us. So you can still foster these deals, but, when I'm prioritizing my day and I'm looking at my task calendar, I'm going to prioritize the warm deals, the hot deals. Okay, deal pipelines and stages. So I'm going to come over here. Let's see. Did it stop sharing? Okay, no, it didn't. Awesome. Yay. So now that we, again, going through this, we have the contact the company, the leads, the deals. Now I want to look at all of my deals. So I'm going to come over here and we're going to go to deals. Alrighty. So this is all of the deals within our company, right? I want to just look at my deals. So I can go over here to deal owner, and it's going to filter by me. And then boom, those are all of the deals. And I actually want to change up this view because I like seeing more of the individual, or maybe it's not. Oh, e-commerce pipeline. I want to do all pipelines. There we go. All right, there we go. And you can change the view. So if you like seeing all of the deals in a horizontal line, that's fine. I like kind of seeing all of the phases. So I have all my deals that are in that discovery, the initial stages, the research. I don't have any deals in the budget approved because once we approve on a budget, I'm sending that contract out right away. I'm not letting any lead time fly. So, if you ever have any in the budget and budget's approved, it's great that we know their budget, but if I don't have a follow-up meeting or a follow-up phone call, or they haven't asked me for a proposal, that is kind of a red flag for me because, okay, if I understand their budget, why didn't I get them to the next part of the sales cycle? So again, I love looking at this because if I'm working with a new sales rep and, they're doing a good job, they're moving their deals right along, and I'm seeing some deals there, that's me as a coach. I can jump in and say, okay, let's have this conversation. What type of, let's make sure we're setting a follow-up every time we speak with a deal or a prospect. And then we have contract presented, and then you'll see delayed, decision on hold, and then we'll have some contracts that are signed, but we're still waiting for an initial deposit. It'll have all of my contracts that I've won, and then the contracts that I've lost. And then up here, it gives you a real-time deal dashboard. It'll let you know the weight of each individual deal, which I think is great because as a business owner, if I'm looking at, my sales team, so if I were to change this from me and do our entire team, it would give us a total weighted amount. So it really goes into forecasting. Do we need to hire more project managers because we have X amount of deals in the pipeline? Do I need to hire another technician for my company? Do I need to bring on a paralegal for my law firm? These are great and fun business discussions to have, but making sure that you are able to take a look at all of your deals and all of your leads from 15,000 feet up in the air or just from your dashboard in HubSpot. Okay. And then, all right, sorry. Okay, tracking those deals. So the dashboard, the one that I just went over, that's going to be where you can track your dashboard. And then just one little nugget on this in addition to looking at the dashboard is that on top of having, really focused and great conversations with your team, you're also looking to see, okay, what is is there a task behind each one of these deals? So if I look right here, it says I have a task due in a day. Okay, and then I have one over here that says no activity scheduled. Oh my goodness, just because the decision is delayed, I still need to have a follow-up activity. So I can actually go into that deal and make sure that I create a task. And I know I'm moving pretty fast for HubSpot right now. Okay, there we go. And I'm gonna do on hold deal follow-up. Ready to get started. And I'm going to schedule this for a week out, and I'm gonna create. So again, going back to that deals dashboard, I would have not known that I did not have a follow-up activity, but that deals dashboard does a great job of saying, hey, this is, where we need to prioritize our day and our follow-up. And then lastly, we have included some fantastic resources. HubSpot, on top of being just a really good provider and real real-time marketing data and sales and all of the different tools we have to help speed up our engagement and also our sales. They do a really great knowledge base. They invest in a lot of videos and trainings, and I do the HubSpot sales every 2 years, and on top of that, they're always releasing new features. So their HubSpot knowledge base is one of the best knowledge bases that we use, and we also use that to train newer sales reps that join our team. So just know that this could be an extension of your onboarding process. It's extremely robust, and just remember, the CRM doesn't work unless the team works it together. So having those free resources is really great. We thank HubSpot for that. Also, we have a blog. We've been in business for 21 years, and all 21 of those years, we have been big CRM enthusiasts. We love HubSpot because of the data, but we work with other CRMs. So if you're ever interested in learning more on whether it's the sales, the marketing, or even the CMS side of HubSpot, we have some really great blogs, as well as a YouTube channel. We also have a podcast where we actually connect with real-time experts and talk about HubSpot. We talk about other technologies. And then, of course, we offer these free monthly trainings. So we do HubSpot trainings, every so often. And as you guys request them more and more, we'll continue to do them. So lots of resources here. Really excited to help you grow your knowledge base. Thank you guys so much for your time and your attention. We really appreciate it. If you've liked everything you've seen so far, please leave us a review on Google or Facebook, or even check out our YouTube channel and hit subscribe. Thank you guys so much, and feel free to reach out.